Vayera is the name of our Torah portion, and Vayera means he appeared. And this Torah portion is found in Genesis chapter 18, verse 1 through 22-24. And you can visit my website if you need to catch up on learning your Hebrew alphabet or some of the prayers and blessings. And I also have a full video list of all the, well, not all, but most of the Torah portions for every week. This is one of them, which I'll be adding. And I also have a playlist for learning ancient Hebrew and trope and for more Hebrew lessons as well. Okay, so Vayera, this is the first word in our Torah portion, and the name of the Torah portion is derived from this first word. And I just wanted to go to one of my favorite websites, pe'alim.com. Now the root for Vayera is Ra'ah. You can type that in here. It's spelled Resh, Aleph, Hey. And when you type that in and press go, it'll give you the conjugation, the full conjugation. It'll give you the word and the full conjugation for it. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that. Well, first, sorry, let me just talk about the first right here. Lir'ot means to see. And, you know, when something has appeared, and it makes itself seen, right? It becomes visible. Okay, so we have Ra'ah, which means he saw. Okay, and then we have Re'eh, which means see. It's a command form. See, like look, see. Okay, and they give some more forms right here. But I want to talk about the bottom where it gives some words that are also related to that word that share the same root, okay? Such as mar'ah. Mar'ah is a mirror or a looking glass. And then we have nir'eh, which means visible. It's an adjective. And then we have ra'ui, which means it's an adjective and it's something that's fitting or appropriate or worthy. And then we have lehera'ot, which means to, this is another verb, still related though, means to be visible or to appear or to seem. And then we have leharot, which means to show or to demonstrate, another verb. Okay, and then we have lehitraot, and this means to meet or to see again. This is what we say when we say goodbye to someone in Hebrew. Lehitraot means see you later. And then we have re'ayon, which is a noun, and it means interview, an interview. Okay, now back to our slides. So this is a vav with a patak. It says va, and this is a yud with a tzeret. So this is ye. And this is a resh with a kamatz, and this says ra with the aleph, ra. And this is the trope mark right here. It's a mapach, and so that means that the accent mark is going to be in this last syllable, vayera, vayera. And then we have an aleph with a tzeret, which says e, and this is a lamed with a kamatz, which says la. And this yud and vav together, it's just gonna, this kamatz and this yud will just be together, la. And then we have the vav here, which makes the v sound, so it's lav, elav. And then we have a pashta, so the accent is going to be in the second syllable, so this is elav, elav. And elav means to him. The L part means to, and then the vav part here means him. Okay, so elav. This is the sacred name, so we'll just say Adonai or Hashem. And then, okay, and the next is, this is a bet with a shavas, it says be, and this is an aleph with a tzeret, which says e, and then we have the lamed, this makes one syllable, so it says el. Oh, so no, sorry, that's not right. This is be, e, and this is a lamed with a cholam right here. So this says lo, be, e, lo, and this is a nun with a tzeret and a yud together. It says ne, be, e, lo, ne. So this is the trope mark, tipcha. So this, the ne part right here at the end gets the main accent. but this meteg right here, this vertical line is like a secondary accent mark. Okay, be'elone, and this means by the oaks of, actually. So this part means by. Bet could mean by or at or near or when. Okay, and then this part right here, the yud, is of. Okay. Now I also want to say this is a katon right here, and this stroke mark right here is a separator. So, and he appeared to him, Hashem. So Hashem appeared to him, and you could put a comma right here, because of this katon. It's a separator. Okay. So stroke marks also give the grammatical marks. Give it. They also act as grammatical marks in the verse, in the pasuk. Okay, and then this is a mem with a patak. This is ma, and this is a mem, and this shiva is going to be silent. So this is one syllable right here, mam, and this is a resh with tzeres. This is e, so this is re, mamre. This is the etnachta, and it is the accent mark. So we're going to put the accent on the last syllable, mamre. Be elone mamre is by the oaks of Mamre. Okay. Oops. Okay. And this is another separator. So you could put another comma right here. So this doesn't have a comma after appeared, like I said here, but it is a form of a separator, and it means that these words go together. Now, the katon doesn't always mean that it needs a comma, but it is grouping certain phrases together. So whenever there's a separator, katon, etnachta, and the suf pasuk right here, these are all major separators. Okay. So the mapach is a connector, and so this connects to this word. So this is, he appeared to him. Okay. And then we have this is a connector also. Mercha and this tipcha is like a soft separator. We'll review the meaning for that later though. But okay, so these act as different various degrees of separators and connectors, okay, grammatically speaking. So separators can be translated into commas or periods or colons, or it could not. Maybe in English it wouldn't make sense to translate it into any grammatical mark, but you still at least know that certain words are grouped together because of them. Okay, so we have by the oaks of Mamre, we have a vav with a shiva that says v, and this is a hey, and this is a vav with a dot in the middle. This says u, and the aleph is together with that. Okay, so hu, vehu, vehu means and he. The vav means and the hu part means he. Who is he in Hebrew? Okay, and then this is a yud, and this shin is gonna be double duty because the yud doesn't have a verb. A vowel of its own. So the vowel is this also. So this is a shin. We know that because of this dot, but this is also a cholem. So that means this also says oh, yo. That's the first syllable, and this is a shin, and this said says eh. This is a vet, so this is shev, yoshev, and this means sitting or sits. Okay. So vehu yoshev, and this you can also say was sitting. This is how it's translated. And he was sitting. Vehu yoshev, and he was sitting. This is masculine, and it's what is it called? Participle. Yes, participle, masculine participle form. And sometimes I say participle, but I think that's the wrong pronunciation. That's participle. Yoshev, who Yoshev, and he was sitting. And then we have a pe with a sagol, says pe. This is a tav with a patach, and then the chet. So this is tach together. Tach, petach. This is the meteg, and it's a secondary accent mark. So this is petach, and it's connected to this word right here. This is the main accent mark or trope mark right here. Petach, this means opening or entrance. Okay, entrance. So you're sitting, entrance, and then ha, This is a hey with a kamat, so it says ha. And this is an aleph with a cholam, says o. And this hey with a sagol, and then the lamed together say hel. Ha-ohel. Ha-ohel. This is the trope mark, so this is the accented syllable o. Ha-ohel. And this means the tent. So he was sitting, V'hu Yoshev, at the entrance, Petach ha-ohel, of the tent. Okay, and this is kaf, and then the shava is going to be sounded. Okay, this is ke, and this is a chet with a cholem. This is going to be cho, and this is a mem sofit. This is chom, kechom, and this is the ke part can be translated as when, okay, or as, and then chom is heat or hot. Okay, so you can say when it was hot, or as it was hot. Okay, and then hey with a patak says ha. This literally means the, and this is a yod with a vav with a dot over it, which is a cholam. So this is yo, and the mem sofit closes that syllable out to say yom, hayom. Hayom is literally the day, but that's how you say today. Also in Hebrew, but here it's the day. So kechom hayom, as hot the day. So as the day was hot, or when the day was hot. Okay, or in the heat of the day, or the hottest part of the day. So probably around noonish. Okay. All right. Next verse. I'm not going to do letter by letter now. We'll just read it and then translate it. Okay. So we have Vayisa. Vayisa means and he took, and he lifted. Okay, and here it's translated as and he lifted. And this is enav. Ayin is eye, einaim is eyes, ene is eyes of, enav with this vav right here, this is his. This becomes his eyes, plural. Okay, so again, ayin is eye, einaim is eyes, a pair of eyes, ene is eyes of, and enav with this vav is his eyes. Okay, so he lifted his eyes, and this is a vayar. Vayar is and he saw. And he saw. And then we have vehine. Ve means and hine is behold. Okay. And then we have shalosha. Shalosha is three. Okay, shalosha. And then we have anashim, and this means men. Okay, men, plural, anashim. And then we have nitzavim, and this means standing, participle form. Okay, plural. So three men were standing. It's like present tense. Okay, nitzavim, standing. And then alav. You could translate that as upon him, but here it translates it as beside him. Okay, the al part is beside, and then the vav again here is him. Just like here, einav is the vav part was his eyes. Well, the vav part here means him. Here it's referring to a third person masculine. Okay, and then we have vayar, this which means and he saw. Okay, and he saw vayar, and then we have Vayaratz, which means and he ran. And look at here we have Vayisa, there's a yud right here, right? And then we have Vayar, when there's a yud right here. And then we have Vayar, and there's a yud right here. And then we have Vayaratz, and there's a yud right here. The yud in all of these makes these verbs third person masculine, which is always means he, right? So this Vayisa means and he lifted, or and he took. Vayar is he saw, right? Vayar is also, and he saw, it's the same one, sorry. And this is Vayaratz, and this is, and he ran. Okay, so the yud part in all those verbs means he. So often when it's the yud in the beginning, you will know that it's he. Okay. Another thing about all these verbs is that there's a vav right here, and this is a reverse of vav. So usually when you have the yud in the beginning, it's not only third person masculine singular, but it's also imperfect or future tense. So without the vav, it would mean vayar. Without the vav, if you took out the vav, this would mean and he will see. But with the vav, it means and he saw. So vayisa, without the vav, it would mean and he will take or he will lift. But with the vav, it reverses the tense. So now it means and he took. Not always, but very often, usually, the vav reverses the tense. So vayaratz, if you took out the vav, it would mean and he will run. But with the vav, it means he ran. Okay, so vayaratz is he ran. And likratam means to them or to meet them. You could also translate it that way. The le part means to, and the tam part means them. Okay, likratam. Here translated as toward them. Toward them, likratam. And then we have mi petach, and mi means from, and petach, as we translated before in the last verse, means opening or entrance. Okay, petach. And then we have ha ohel, and we translated that also before. This is the tent. Ha is the, ohel is tent. And then we have vayishtachu. Vayishtachu means and he prostrated, and he prostrated. Okay. And then it says aretza, and that means toward the earth. Okay, so eretz is the land, right? Or here it means the land or the ground, right? And the he here means to or towards. Okay, aretza. It's a suffix. Okay, and the last verse. This is a vayomar, which means and he said. So again, the vav is and, the yud is he, okay, and this part means said, and he said, vayomar. This is the accent mark right here, and this is Adonai. This is literally the word Adonai. It's not Hashem. It means my Lord. Okay. And then, actually, it's actually my lords, plural, my lords. Im, which means if, right here, im. Na can either be translated as now or please. Okay, it's depending on the context. So here it says if only. Okay, this is the way it translated as only. But it can also be translated as now or please. Okay, so if only or if now, if I have now, okay, and this is ma-sa-ti. Matsati means I have found, okay? Now, this is the matzah part is found. This part right here, ti, this is I, matzati, and this is perfect tense, which means that it has occurred already, or it's past tense, matzati, okay? And it doesn't need a reversive vav to be perfect tense or past tense because this is the perfect or past tense already. Okay, with the reversive vav, it could be, I will find. Okay, so matzati is I have found. Chen is favor or grace. You can also pronounce it as grace. Chen, and this is be'enecha. Be'enecha is in your eyes. Ba is in, ene is eyes of, and cha is you or your. Okay, so in the eyes of yours, in your eyes. Al, na, al right here just is a negative, so not. So this is the not right here. Na, and here it's translated as please. So please not, or please do not, okay? Ta'avor, and this is pass. Do not pass. Al na ta'avor. Please do not pass. Me'al, from upon or from beside. Me is from, okay? And the al part is the one that means beside or upon. And this is avdecha. Avdecha is your servant. Eved is servant. Cha part is your. So avdecha is your servant. And of course, he's referring to himself as those men's or that man's servant. Okay, avdecha. Okay. Now we're going to do a little bit of trope from Vayera. And if you go to my website, you can, again, learn these cantillation marks. But this will just be a quick review. I'll just do one verse, okay? So this trope mark says, Mapach, and this is Pashta Katon. So this is Vayera Elav Adonai. So this right here, this is, as I said before, this is a separator, so you would kind of pause here. Vayera Elav Adonai. So this is, and Hashem appeared to him. Be'elonei. Sorry, this is Tibcha et Nachta. This is another separator. So you'd breathe here. You'd breathe at all the separators, okay? So this is Be'elonei Mamre. So this is at the oaks, or in the plains of Mamre. I don't know why I said oaks. Okay. And then we have Tevir. Oh, sorry. It's because some translations translate this as oaks. So here it says plains, but some say oaks. Okay, so this is Tevir. And remember, this means and he. And this is Mercha Tipcha. Mercha Sof Pasuk. So this is Vehu Yoshev Petach HaOhel Kechom Hayom. So this is Mercha Sof Pasuk Kechom Hayom. And again, this is in the heat of the day. Boker Tov, Chaverim. Good morning, and I wanted to give a few thoughts on the Parsha for the first verse. It says here, so we already went through the lesson, but here it says, Vayera elav Adonai be'elonei, and that's translated as, now the Lord appeared to him in the plains, right here. And in my lesson, I had translated Elonei as oaks of instead of plains of. Elonei, and I was like, wait a minute, why is it translated as plains of? Because I've always known it as oaks of. So I was talking to my Hebrew teacher. I was in my Hebrew class, and he was explaining that he believes that the correct translation is actually terebinths of. And I just wanted to first show you a picture of a terebinth. So terebinth is a small southern European tree of the cashew family that was formerly a source of turpentine. Now, sorry, this says European, but there's others that say that it originated in the Middle East. Okay, it says here, Wikipedia, it says it's native to Iran, Mediterranean region. Okay, so this is what a terebinth looks like. I guess I wouldn't really know. Now this here, so the usual translation though is oak, and these are what oaks look like. So I guess they look fairly similar, right? It's like a tree that has branches spread out as opposed to a tall, skinny tree or something like that. Here's actually a terebinth tree in Israel, very beautiful. Okay, so So the question is why in the Chabad translation, right here, where is it? Why does it say plains? Most translations use the word either oak, and the JPS, the Jewish Publication Society Bible, translates it as terebinth. And so I would trust the JPS, which is also what my teacher agrees with. Now, and I read a commentary that said that this is probably derived from Chabad is probably using the Targum Onkelos for its translation. It's Targum, T-A-R-G-U-M. Targum Onkelos is a Jewish Aramaic translation of the Torah, and it's accepted as authoritative, and it's usually very literal. However, in certain places, it's not literal. It is interpretive. And this is one of the places. So the reason is, so the question is why here does Onkelos not give a literal translation? Why does he instead give a interpretive one? And the answer is because a reader back in that day could have construed Abraham to be in the trees of Mamre, or in the terebinth of Mamre, because he was involved in tree worship, which was a thing back then, and the Torah actually warns against that. So he translates it as plains, which really the word Eloneh has nothing to do with plains. I would say it's the exact opposite. He's saying no, and I think this is a statement, and Onkelos is saying no, he was not worshiping. He was not involved in any kind of pagan tree worship. He was in the plains, and I think it's more of a apologetic statement instead of a valid translation. Yeah, so that's very interesting. So I wanted to share that. Okay, so another thought that I want to share is regarding the word Adonai right here. So in Genesis 18:3 of Vayera, the Torah portion Vayera, it says Vayomar Adonai, and this is correctly translated here. It says, and he said, my lords, and it's plural with an S. Of course, Abraham was talking to three men. Now, my lord singular would be Adoni, and Lord by itself is Adon. Okay, but it says Adonai, which is plural. It's in plural form. The question is, why is it that this is plural form, and the other verbs actually here are singular masculine. Okay, so we have, for example, ta'avor, which means pass, so do not pass, al na ta'avor. And then we have avdecha, or avdecha, which is your servant. Your here is singular. It could have, this could have been plural, and this could have been plural, because in Hebrew, you have that. And even here, beinecha, your eyes, your here is singular. It could have said beinechem, in y'all's eyes, plural. Okay, let me see. So that's the question. The question is, why here is it plural, and all of these is singular? And the pashat, or the most simplest meaning, which I believe is correct, is that Abraham was addressing the three men here together, and then when he started pleading or asking for them to stay, he was addressing the leader, the main guy, maybe the oldest or something like that. Whoever was apparently the one who had the highest authority of the three. Okay, so that is the most rational, I believe, explanation. Another explanation is that, we know that Adonai is the title for the Almighty, for Hashem, right? And Elohim is plural form, and it denotes his plural majesty, or can also refer to the fact that he is the source of all powers. So I like to translate Elohim not as God like normally, but as the Almighty, because it has that sense of pluralism, even though it's a singular word, right? Because God is one, but He is the source of all powers, plural. Okay, so so the other interpretation of this is that here in the first verse, where it says, "Now the Lord appeared to him in the plains of Mamre," so Hashem, God, appeared to Abraham. That's one part of the story. And then the second part is, and he lifted his eyes and saw, and behold, 3 men. And so some Jewish commentators say, and I think Rashi says this. I don't remember where I got this from, but my Hebrew teacher and I, my Hebrew teacher also talks about this. Okay, so he says that here, so Hashem appears to Abraham, and then all of a sudden, 3 men came to him. Okay, now so there's one interpretation is that Hashem appeared to Abraham as 3 men, not that Hashem is 3 beings or 3 people or 3 men, Chas v'shalom, but that's just how he appeared to him. Okay, and it could be a midrash, it could have been a vision, who knows? We don't know. But another interpretation is that first Hashem appears to Abraham, and then a side thing happened, which is that 3 men came to him. And so in this third verse right here, we have that Hashem is actually, Abraham actually addresses Hashem first, and he says, "Oh Lord, if I found favor in your eyes, please don't leave me." But because he has 3 guests that just came, he goes and attends to those guests right away, which in Jewish tradition shows the hospitality of Abraham, so that even if God appears to him in a vision, he takes care of his human guests first, and he actually asks God to wait there, please, for him. So I don't believe that that's really what's going on, but I do like that interpretation, because Abraham in Judaism is known as a very hospitable man who's interested in serving people and drawing them close to Hashem. So those are the 2 different interpretations, Jewish interpretations of that verse. I'd like to invite you to visit my website at www.hebrewmime.com. That's HEBREWMAYIM.com. And you can click on the button to sign up for free Hebrew lessons, to your email, delivered every week or so. Sometimes I miss a week. Sometimes I'll send more than one email for that week. So again, just visit my website, HebrewMime.com. And I also have special sections here. Not only can you sign up for free Hebrew lessons to your email, but you can also get my playlist to learn the Aleph Bet, even Aleph Bet with Elmo. And I also have a section on learning various Jewish prayers and blessings. I also have you can see all of the Hebrew lessons from Genesis to Deuteronomy. And what else? Oh, I have a section on ancient Hebrew, learn how to pronounce the Hebrew letters in the ancient Hebrew pronunciation, the ancient Hebrew tongue. I have some lessons on how to trope or chant the Torah, specifically lessons for that. And then I also have links to if you're interested in getting more formal biblical Hebrew lessons or modern Hebrew lessons from a good friend in Israel. So you can check that out as well. So just visit my website at HebrewMime.com. Shalom. Would you like to become the healer of your home and your community and create a profitable online health coaching business? Are you interested in becoming a health coach, a naturopath, an herbalist, or a nutritionist? Do you need help finding the right program for studying holistic health and healing? Or perhaps you already have certification, but you're still not confident enough in healing people and don't know how to build a business that will empower you to have an impact and allow you to leave your regular day job. Are you ready to get a deep and comprehensive picture of holistic health and healing and learn from top healers in our day so that you can stop being stuck in a job or a career you don't have a passion for? Heal yourself and others without the need for pharmaceutical drugs with harmful side effects, doctors, or even dentists. Become more knowledgeable about holistic health and healing than most medical doctors who have graduated from medical school without spending hundreds of thousands of dollars and years of time in expensive medical schools or programs. Build a health coaching business that will allow you to work from home and achieve time, location, and financial freedom. Aruka.com empowers people to become the healers of their home and their community by equipping them with naturopathic herbalism, health coaching, and online business and marketing skills. My name is Maim. I'm 42 years old and a homeschool mom of 7 beautiful children. These 2 in the photo are my October babies. I became a naturopathic herbalist and health coach in order to take charge of my family's health when the modern medical system kept failing us. We were spending thousands of dollars on insurance and other medical expenses, but they did not have any answers for our health problems. Working from home has been such a blessing for us. I used to work at the NASA Ames Research Center as a computer scientist/engineer. But being able to have an online business has enabled me to surpass my income at NASA and to be there for my family, homeschool them, take care of them, watch them grow up every step of the way for 18 years now. I started Aruka.com in 2009 to help people become healthy and heal themselves. I've coached all sorts of people, and eventually even medical doctors and nurses started coming to me repeatedly for help for various health issues for themselves or their loved ones. I help people heal themselves of serious diseases such as cancer, heart disease, and high blood pressure, diabetes, as well as other common issues such as hormone imbalances, abnormal bleeding, migraines, eczema, kidney stones, gallstones, cataracts, and even urinary tract infection. Various people began asking me to start teaching what I know about holistic health and healing, including 2 medical doctors who have become very good friends of mine. When I realized that there was such a demand for the knowledge I have that even medical doctors were telling me to teach, I shifted the focus of Aruka.com, and now we teach people how to become confident healers through our naturopathic herbalist and health coach certification program. We help people become healers of their home and community and create profitable online health coaching businesses. If you're interested in becoming a holistic healer, please visit our website, aruka.com, ARUKAH.com. Again, that's ARUKAH.com. Hope to see you there.